Alex was born in a small, dusty town, a place where opportunities were rare, and hope often felt like a distant dream. His family lived in a cramped, aging house, barely making ends meet. His father worked as a laborer in the nearby factories, returning home with exhausted hands and little pay. His mother took on multiple odd jobs, cleaning, cooking, sewing, just to put food on the table. From a young age, Alex learned that life was not about comfort or ease, it was about survival. Even as a child, Alex noticed the stark contrast between his life and that of other kids in town. Many of his friends had new clothes, toys, and even access to private tutors. Alex had none of that. What he did have, however, was a sharp mind and an unyielding curiosity. He loved to read, even if it meant borrowing old, tattered books from neighbors or the local library. Every story he read planted tiny seeds of ambition in his mind. He dreamed of a life beyond his town, beyond his struggles, and beyond the expectations that others had for him. School, however, was a challenge. Alex was not naturally gifted in academics, and teachers often dismissed him as average. Classmates teased him for his worn-out shoes and threadbare clothes. But instead of letting it break him, Alex used it as fuel. Every insult, every ridicule became a reminder that he had to rise above, to prove that circumstances do not define destiny. By age 16, Alex knew he could not rely on anyone else to change his life. He took up part-time work, delivering newspapers at dawn, washing cars in the afternoon, and tutoring younger students in the evening. Each coin he earned was a small victory, a step toward a dream that seemed impossible to many around him. Life was exhausting, yet Alex never complained. He knew that hardship was a teacher, and every lesson learned now would pay dividends later. One morning, while delivering newspapers, Alex read an article about a young entrepreneur who had started with nothing and built a multi-million-dollar empire by the age of 25. The story ignited something inside him, a fire of possibility. If he can do it, why not me? Alex thought. That night, he sat under the dim light of a kerosene lamp with a worn notebook, writing down his dreams, to start his own business, support his family, and inspire others like him. That moment marked the beginning of his journey from zero to hero. Alex knew that dreams alone would not be enough. He needed skills. College fees were out of reach, so he turned to free resources. He spent countless nights at the local library, learning coding, digital marketing, and basic business management from borrowed books and online tutorials. He taught himself how to analyze markets, understand consumer behavior, and develop products that people would love. Many nights, while others slept, Alex stayed awake practicing and refining his skills. Every new concept he mastered felt like unlocking a secret doorway to a better life. At 18, Alex decided it was time to take a risk. Using the little savings he had accumulated, he launched a small online store selling handmade crafts. The beginning was far from glamorous. Orders were slow, customers complained about delays, and he often faced the fear that he might lose everything he had worked for. But Alex refused to quit. He analyzed every failure, learned from each mistake, and constantly improved his products and services. His dedication paid off. Slowly but surely, the store began to gain recognition. Customers appreciated his honesty, attention to detail, and relentless commitment. By 21, Alex had expanded his business. He rented a small workspace, hired a few employees, and explored markets beyond his town. With each milestone, he felt a mixture of pride and disbelief. He had come so far from the boy delivering newspapers to a young entrepreneur running a growing company. Yet, Alex never let success cloud his values. He remembered the struggles of his family, the sleepless nights, and the harsh lessons of his youth. He vowed to use his success to make a difference. Alex established scholarships for underprivileged students, mentorship programs for young entrepreneurs, and community centers where people could learn practical skills. He wanted others to experience the opportunities that had once seemed so distant to him. He knew firsthand how a small chance could change someone's life, and he made it his mission to provide that chance to as many as possible. However, the journey was far from smooth. Alex faced betrayals from business partners, financial crises that threatened to shut down his company, and moments of self-doubt that left him questioning everything. There were nights when the weight of responsibility felt unbearable. Yet, with every setback, Alex grew stronger. He understood that real heroes are not those who avoid adversity but those who confront it with courage and resilience. Every challenge became a stepping stone, every failure a lesson in disguise. By 25, Alex's business had achieved international recognition. Media outlets featured his story, highlighting his remarkable journey from a small-town boy with nothing to a successful entrepreneur inspiring thousands. He was invited to speak at universities, conferences, and seminars, sharing his philosophy of perseverance, skill building, and relentless ambition. His message was simple yet profound: your past does not define your future. Your determination does. Despite all his achievements, Alex remained humble. He continued to work hard, innovate, and give back. For him, success was not measured solely by wealth or fame but by the lives he touched, the dreams he nurtured, and the hope he instilled in others. He became a symbol of resilience, a living testament that no matter where you start, extraordinary transformation is possible. As Alex reflected on his journey, he often remembered the small, dusty town he had come from, the worn shoes he had worn as a boy, and the nights spent under dim lamps learning and dreaming. Every struggle had shaped him, every hardship had strengthened him, and every victory had reminded him of the power of persistence. By the age of 30, Alex was not only a successful businessman but also a beacon of hope for countless dreamers. He demonstrated that starting from zero isn't a curse, it's a blank canvas on which you can paint your destiny. He proved that determination, skill, and resilience can overcome even the harshest of circumstances. Alex's legacy extended far beyond his financial success. Through his mentorship programs, scholarships, and motivational talks, he transformed the lives of thousands. Young boys and girls who once felt trapped in hopeless situations saw in Alex a reflection of their own potential. He showed them that with hard work, courage, and a refusal to give up, dreams are achievable, no matter how impossible they may seem. From the ordinary boy in a small, forgotten town to an extraordinary figure inspiring generations, Alex's story is a shining example of what it truly means to rise from nothing to everything. His journey teaches us that life will challenge you, but those challenges are opportunities in disguise. And above all, it reminds us that the hero within us all can emerge, no matter how humble our beginnings.